Hello everybody, David here, and I am back with another video for you all. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully you all are having a great week so far. And in today's video, I have July's flavor of the month. So if you do not know what this video is, it's basically just a solo fragrance review over one I just got in or something from my collection that I want to touch on and give you all my feedback on. And just wanted to give you all an update too. It's been a very busy week for me and all that stuff, but I have seen some of your comments out there, and I'll give you all some shout outs when I make this video. But I will start leaving questions in the community tab on the channel so you all can answer it, and then I'll make future videos about that. I really want to hop into that, do some Q&As with you all, but just want to give my shout outs to all of you that have said something in the comments about that. That is my plans, but like I said, it's been a very stressful week, eventful week as well for me. But I will get to that, and I will give you all your shout outs when we do our first Q&A video. Greatly appreciate y'all watching my content and wanting to hear my voice on certain questions that are out there in FragCom and all that stuff. I just haven't really been paying attention to that, but kind of been focused in my own lane, let's just say that. Kind of been in my own zone, I guess. Been locked in, like some people say. But just want to give you all an update on that. I will get to that here very soon. But I really wanted to get July's flavor of the month out. And this one was a difficult decision. I was like, man, it's hot. I should go with something fresh, something going on there, citrusy, all that type of jazz. But I went with this one. It's a new release for this year. And the one we're going to be talking about is from the house Louis Vuitton, and it is Lovers. So here's the box here. Hop into more of this in a second. But if you want to see more fragrance reviews, content after this video, make sure to check out the rest of my channel. I got you covered in any department with the fragrances. And tell your friends, tell your family that David is on YouTube making videos. Appreciate any support you give to the channel. It means a lot to me. And with all that out of the way, let's hop into July's flavor of the month. So, kind of what I mentioned before, the fragrance is from the house of Louis Vuitton, and it is Lovers. Here's the box it comes in. I've already opened it up. I've been testing it a little bit, and I'll just show you how the Louis Vuitton box looks. So there it is for you all right there. This is how all their boxes comes. This one's kind of a little different because of the Lovers. This one was with Pharrell Williams. It was part of his like collaboration with Louis Vuitton. So, but this is how all their boxes come, and then it's got stuff that says made in France on the back right there, and then on the top you got like a little barcode, a QR code. It tells you how much juice is in there. I know some people don't like that word, but and then at the bottom you got, this is like recyclable, and then you got the barcode right there as well. Sorry, I'm a little bit far from the table. So, and then you just open it up from the side, you kind of tear it, and then the fragrance will be in here like that, like so. But let's put the box up for right now. Always want to show you all the presentation. We'll put that about right there next to me. And then here's what it comes in. So it always comes in this nice kind of gold with the LV up top. You know, Louis Vuitton is very expensive, don't get me wrong, for a fragrance house, and they're a designer, but they're a very expensive designer. But I've come to appreciate them a little bit more and how much effort they put into their presentation, but also too at the same time, I don't really care about the presentation, but I highly respect it. And they got like a really cool box that this comes into. It's nice. It makes you feel like you get for what you're paying for. And I will say, it all depends on the fragrance, of course, but I will say they do a very good job of making you feel like that price tag is worth it, I will say. But yeah, going back to this, there it is right there. There's the name on the front. Nothing else around here. And then at the bottom, there's nothing on the bottom of this right here. And then this is kind of like it looks metal, but it's a little metal, I guess you could say. And it's got the Louis Vuitton up top there. So we're gonna take this out. You twist these like so, and then you pop it out. fragrance sits right there. So the thing about this, I will say, it's got a different bottle. It's kind of pearlescent, if that makes sense. So a lot of them are just clear. They don't really have anything going on much. They just have the name Louis Vuitton, but this one has Louis Vuitton LVERS on the front, as you can tell. It's got like a yellowish type of juice in there. And this too, it sits in here. You just pull it out and then nothing under there. Put this there, and I could already smell this fragrance here. Put that right there next to me. Scoot this over a little bit, get organized. But yeah, here's the bottle again. I don't know if you all can see on the camera. I don't think you can, but like I said, it's a little pearlescent, kind of like multicolored. It's a little added touch to the plain and simple Louis Vuitton glass bottle, but I always like Louis Vuitton's bottles. And then at the bottom, you got made in France, and then you got some other stuff. You probably can't see that because I'm pretty far away, but it's got stuff engraved at the bottom of the fragrance here. The fragrance bottle, I should say. And then, as you all can tell, it's got the best thing possible you can do with a magnetic cap there. Very good, very nice. And then you got the LV up top right there. And I can already smell this fragrance. So that magnetic cap is very good. I will say on my Imagination one, it got kind of messed up. But all the Louis Vuitton fragrances, I don't have a tester strip here. They have a very good spray to them. And I'm not going to waste a spray on this because, like I said, it's an expensive fragrance. And I've been testing this for a while. So, and I can already smell it coming out of the bottle. So, yeah. So basically, there's the presentation for you all on Louis Vuitton LVERS. That's the end of the video. I'm joking. That's not the end of the video. Let's hop in to how it smells, basically how this will be used, any of that type of jazz. I know that's what you're all looking for, how the fragrance performs, all that type of stuff. So basically, Louis Vuitton LVERS. This is a fragrance here that is kind of split in between people. People really like it. People really hate it. It's kind of in between. They're like, it's bland. It's not very creative. But to my nose, I will say, to my nose, people relate this fragrance to Santal 33, which I have not smelled that fragrance, so I can't really say. And people say it smells like BDK Gris Charnel, and I don't know if I really agree with that. I have the extract in my collection. I have smelled both. It's been a while since I've smelled the regular one, but I don't know. I don't really get that to my nose. I get more of, and I haven't smelled this one, like I said, Santal 33 from Le Labo, but they say it's kind of got a pickle smell. Some people get that pickle smell, and I kind of get that with this a little bit, and I was kind of bummed. But, I've only worn this fragrance once, okay? So this is kind of a glorified first impression, and that was just in the opening for me, okay? In the opening, I kind of got a little pickle smell, but it might just be the first time I'm wearing this, because right now I do not smell that. Like, I could smell the bottle, I could smell it from here. I don't really get that. But when I sprayed it on, I did get a little bit of that, but it died down really fast. It died down really fast. So going back to this one here, I'm gonna go into some accords, and this is a woody fragrance, so that's one of the accords here. You got wood, green, fresh, spicy, and some citrus feel to it. And I will say to my nose here, this one is going to be more of a wood bomb here. And I will say it's a little green as well. Wood and green and fresh. Those are the three accords to my nose I get. And spicy, I forgot to mention. So I should say I get 4 accords. I get that spiciness as well. But that's not as I spray it on at first. At first I get more of that freshness. And I get the woodiness throughout the whole fragrance. I get the greenness throughout the whole fragrance, if that's even a word. But I do get that spiciness off this fragrance here. And the notes in this Louis Vuitton LVERS fragrance is galbanum, cedarwood, bergamot, ginger, and sandalwood. And it might be that bergamot that's giving me that little pickle smell off the top. But I keep going back to that but. I don't want to scare you away from this fragrance. I do like this fragrance, okay? I got good reactions from this fragrance. This fragrance, too, lasted me the whole day. This has got good performance, good projection. This was lasting. This was giving me some compliments from men, from women. This is completely unisex, I will say. Leaning a little bit towards the masculine side of things, just a little bit. Look, I feel like this would be more suited kind of for a man, but a woman can pull this off if she has confidence, if she's feeling good, because it's got like a little feminine touch to it, but the woods in here go in more of a masculine edge, if that makes sense. I will say in that opening, I get a lot of prominent bergamot. I get a lot of that ginger in this as well. The ginger and the bergamot are kind of comboing in the beginning of the fragrance for me. But then when this fragrance dries down, I get a really rich, creamy sandalwood. Kind of what I'm getting, kind of smelling this far away. Up close, I get a lot of the opening. Like when I smell from here, I'm getting that ginger, I'm getting that bergamot, and I'm getting a little bit more of that cedar wood. But when I put the cap on, have it sitting here away from me, when I spray it away from me, I'm getting a lot of that rich, creamy sandalwood with this fragrance, and it is very mass appealing. This is an all year round scent, and I wore it in the summertime. I just dialed back my sprays a little bit because this is, like I mentioned, just a creamy sandalwood bomb. But this works in the summer. This would be a mass appealing summer scent that would be very nice on that, daily wear per se. In that hot summer day, just dial back your sprays. It's gonna work in the fall, it's gonna work in the winter, it's gonna work in the spring. Anytime I'm gonna pull this out, I'm gonna wear it. I will say with this fragrance, you have to be careful though. What I mean by that is it's very potent. It's not like the Louis Vuitton fragrances I'm used to. This is more powerful, more stronger, or as some other people would say, it's got a lot of power to it, okay? This one is something that is very new to my nose. It's kind of falling in the line with imagination. And what I mean by imagination is that performance and longevity. It's not in the same family at all. Don't get it twisted. Don't get my words confused. But in the performance and the longevity, this is falling towards imagination, not the afternoon swim performance and longevity if you've worn that one before. So this is done by the perfumer Jacques Cavalier, and he's the house perfumer for Louis Vuitton, and I always like all of his creations. I haven't found something that has been very like, oh my gosh, I don't like it. But going into this a little bit more, this fragrance here, the name is kind of not, this wouldn't be something I would wear on a date night. When I'm thinking lovers, the name, this is one where the name kind of doesn't match the fragrance. It's kind of like Silver Blue from Mancera. It just doesn't match. But hey, it smells darn good. This smells darn good too. I really, really, really enjoy the mid and the dry down of this. The opening is kind of shaky for me. I don't really know right now. I got to give it more wears. Got to test it out. Like I said, this is kind of a glorified first impression with this fragrance here. But I got a lot of positive feedback with this one, and I just can't wait to give it more wears. I would probably wear something else if you were going on a date night, but if you're going out on the night, on the town, you're having fun for some reason, and you're just going out, this would be something I'd wear. I'd recommend it, but this has got more of a daytime feel. It's kind of more of a woody scent, so just heads up with that. It's not too sweet, but it's got a lot of creamy aspects to it that it makes it appealing with that woods, okay? So basically all I'm saying is this is an all year round scent. This is all type of situations other than the date night. I would probably say possibly, depending, you can wear this on a date night, okay? Just dial back your sprays because this pumps, at least off my skin. It pumps off my skin. It's not going to be something that's going to reinvent the wheel. It's got little bits and pieces from other fragrances, I will say, like Santal 33. I can't comment on that. I have not smelled that fragrance at all, but just what I've seen in the fragrance community, a lot of people say that smells like pickles, and to their nose or something in it. And this has got like that kind of vibe that people say about that. But some people are going to say it smells like BDK Gris Charnel, which I don't really get that. But overall, I'm very happy with my purchase from Louis Vuitton here. I enjoy this fragrance. Can't wait to give it more wears. I would say on my Louis Vuitton scale right now, this one's probably about 4th or 5th, I would say. Around that range, so close. It's top 5 right now for me. And I've been smelling a lot of Louis Vuittons, but I do like the performance. I do like the longevity. I like how it works off my skin. And I've been wanting a kind of fresher monster from Louis Vuitton. I know they got Ombre Nomad, and I know Imagination is a fresh monster as well for a lot of people, including myself. But I was kind of hoping for something different because I've been wearing a lot of the fragrances recently, and they just haven't been really having all that power like I mentioned before. So right now, I'm going to give this fragrance right now on my scale of 0 to 10. I'm going to say this one is a solid 8.7 out of 10. And the reason I'm docking it points is because of that opening. And I will say also another reason I'm docking it points as well is just because that wearability can be cautious to some people. So like I said, this is something that performs, it projects. It can be cloying if you spray a lot of this on, which I was surprised. It does have that freshness, but that woodiness can be cloying to some people. But this has room to get to a 9, in my opinion, get in that 9 to 10 range for me. It's kind of hard for fragrances to get in that area, but this has, you know, room to grow. I always like to say that, room to grow. So that is my review over Louis Vuitton LVERS. I'll probably come back to this once I wear it more because I enjoyed my first wearing of it and I want to test this more and more and more. Let me know in the comments down below what you all think about Louis Vuitton fragrances, if you've tried them, if you sampled them. Let me know what you thought about LVERS, if you've worn this so far. This is getting basically close to 2 thumbs up. I would say two thumbs up for me is 9 to 10, and this is getting close to that 2 thumbs up. I really enjoy my time with it. Can't wait to give it more wearings. Nice presentation. Can't go wrong with it. And it is currently in my top 5, kind of what I mentioned before. But like I said, let me know in the comments if you tried this, and let me know what you think about the House of Louis Vuitton in general. One of my favorite houses, and I really enjoy reviewing the fragrances and wearing them. So with all that out of the way, hopefully you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you all on the next video.